I think one of the things that comes into play is kind of like what I talked about last week is it's hard to control the ball flight a lot of times. It's harder for those guys to put the ball, 3 or 4 inside the goal line rather than 3 or 4 ahead of the goal line rather than inside the goal line. So I think that's part of it. Plus, there's such a big incentive now to leave the ball in the end zone. If it ends up there, you're talking an extra 5 yards every time. So I think that's part of it also. But, like I said, it's going to be a game-to-game for us and see how it goes.
Where were you on the end of the half this week you had the 65-yard field goal, I think, opportunity, punt, Hail Mary. Were you pushing Kubiak one way or the other on that?
That's a really good question. Excellent question. Excellent question.
A question that can't be answered. It seems like there's been kickers missing a lot of kicks lately in the games across the league. Does it feel better that Brandon's been so reliable?
Dude, come on now. No, he's he's had a good year. We just hope it continues like that. It is happening around the league, but I don't know that it's any more or any less than what it is from a year-to-year basis, to be honest with you. So, we're going to need every point this week. I know that because Jack's got those guys playing really well in all 3 phases for sure.
Do you feel like in general the NFL is making it more difficult on kickers these days than in past years?
Well, I mean, just the fact that they put the extra point from the 2 to the 15 is obviously a huge game. I mean, one of the big reasons we got to the Super Bowl last year is because we benefited from a guy that was, I think, 100% before that, missed one, and we benefited from it. So yeah, that's a huge difference in itself. But I would say the other part of it is, they're also helping them because field goal rush is harder to get to now. We got one last week, but it's hard to get a field goal block in this league the way the rules are set up, in my opinion.
Pretty cool to see Dixon have the best punt of his career in that situation.
Yeah, that was great. We were hoping that he got it earlier in the game. We were backed up, and he didn't get quite the ball that we wanted. It was still a good one, but not like we wanted. But that last one was big time, and hopefully that propels him and keeps him going in the right direction. That's what we hope.
When those extra points that you brought up moving it back, Jay Feely kind of said, as evaluating it, that it's kind of an in-game practice, the old extra point, because it was almost automatic that you've got a chance. Now you don't get that in-game practice of an extra point. Now you're kicking all field goals. Everything is with the extra point you move back.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're talking about like referencing like the Arizona game a couple weeks ago, that type of thing, where it's a shorter ball, that type of thing, or what are you referencing?
He said in his mind and other kickers that they kind of use the extra point as it's an in-game kick that you have a very high percentage, and it's almost like a practice in-game to keep yourself nerve-wise kind of down, and now you don't have that ability in-game. Now every kick is deeper.
Yeah, I'd agree with Feely on that one. I coached him, so he knows better than most, that's for sure. No, but he brings up a good point. I mean, it was such a such a basic, easy play that they probably did feel a little bit like that, like it was, hey, we're taking a break on that. But it's not like that anymore, that's for sure. One of the things that I think comes in play is, when the ball's at the 15, I don't know that there's been a fake run from that situation yet because you have so far to go get that 2 point. And when they were on the 2, that was still in play a lot. So you didn't see the kind of rushes. You saw a lot more, playing a fake right there, to be honest with you.
Can you clarify rule? When San Diego went for 2, they got it. They had a penalty, so it came back. Could they have kicked it then at that point?
They could have kicked the extra point. Yes, correct. They could have kicked the extra point.
They went for 2 from the 12.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they could have kicked the extra point.
Anything else? All right.
Okay. Thanks.
That'll be it for now. We'll let you